In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 best businesses that you can start in less than a day that can scale to thousands of dollars a month in passive income. I'll give you an overview of how each one of these businesses work, and then we're going to jump into my laptop and I'll show you the dashboards so you can see how much money I'm making from these businesses. And then I'm going to give it a score based on how easy the business is to start and the income potential you have with it. Now, the first business I've got on the list is the first one that ever made me any money online, and it's the one that I've been doing for the longest amount of time, and that's selling digital downloads. This is a business where you create some kind of image or PDF file on your computer and then list it for sale online. And when someone finds that product and buys it, it immediately downloads that product to their computer. Back in 2019, I was messing around with this whole trying to make money online thing, and after a few months of absolutely nothing working, I eventually posted a real estate buyer guide digital download on Etsy. This is the actual product that I posted for sale, and this product definitely didn't make me a millionaire, but it taught me a lesson that did. See, instead of thinking that I needed to have some completely original idea, all I needed to do was come up with a product that could at least exist next to something that was already selling super well. There were already plenty of other real estate guides that were posted for sale, but mine was just slightly different. Not necessarily better, just different. And that's the best piece of advice that I can give you if you're gonna go with this idea. This shaped my approach to selling products in general. I don't have to have an entirely original idea. I just need to make something that people want in a slightly different way to what's already working. This is how you can have multiple brands of coffee all selling right next to each other in the same store. Some people just prefer one brand to another. The key is that the more sales an existing product is already making, the more potential sales you can make if you target that same niche. So if a product is making $30,000 a month, you only need a very small percentage of those sales to make a great income selling something similar. And then as you create several of these products, even if each one is only making you a few $100s per month, your catalog compounds and makes you a lot more over time. Personally, I've scaled multiple digital product shops over the last few years, and I still run some of them to this day. But here's one for example. This month, it's only made a few $1,000s so far, but because there's no fulfillment, there's no inventory, and there's no customer service, it's almost entirely passive. And because it's a digital product, it's almost entirely profit as well. Now, this is definitely not retire on a yacht level money, but it is pay your rent or take an extra vacation money for sure. Plus, considering this is just one shop out of the few that I'm actively running, it's definitely not a bad option if you're looking to make some income online. So for the scores, if you're consistent, you can definitely get to $5,000 to $20,000 per month. At least that's what I've been able to make. And I could probably grow this income more if I spent a little more time on it, but I've been more focused on diversifying my income streams than just trying to grow this one as large as I can. And keep in mind that it's nearly all profit because the way that I sell digital products doesn't require any ads, website hosting fees, and it's just the marketplace fees that I have to pay for. For difficulty, this one gets a 4 out of 10. With the really low upfront costs and the fact that AI can make the products for you faster than ever, it's honestly super easy to get started with. I was able to start making money with digital products on Etsy in the first 2 weeks from getting started, but let me know down in the comments, would you want to see a full dedicated video tutorial showing you my exact process for starting and scaling a digital product business like that? I don't know, let me know. But that brings us to the next idea on the list. And this is the one that made me my first $1 million by the time I was 23, and that's selling print-on-demand products. Most of you might already know how this business works, but unlike a strictly digital product business, there's a few more moving pieces with print-on-demand. The main idea is that you're working directly with a company such as Printify. So if I bring you onto my computer and make a Google search for Printify, this is their website right here. And basically, they let you sell custom products online. Your job is just to create some kind of artwork or design for that product that you want to sell. They have a huge catalog of these white label products, such as t-shirts, mugs, or almost any other type of product imaginable. And the artwork that you're creating can typically be made using AI, or it'll just be some kind of slogan typed out in a nice looking font. And the design is also how you target your customers. You can create designs targeting almost any interest imaginable, which makes it a lot easier to come up with new product ideas that people actually want to buy. Then you just upload that design to the product you're selling and you post it for sale online. Now, you can sell your products almost anywhere online, but personally, I like selling them on a platform like Etsy, since if you're just starting out, you don't have to learn how to run any paid ads. The cool thing is, if you're selling a t-shirt, for example, let's say you sell 10 of them per day, for around $25, that'll earn you around $4,700 per month from only 10 sales a day. But the reason that I got into this business to begin with is that you can start almost completely for free. See, once you post your products for sale online, you only have to pay for the product and the shipping after a customer has already bought it from you. Only after you've already made a sale will Printify print the product and get it shipped directly to the customer risk-free. So if you're charging $25 for the t-shirt, Printify is only going to charge you $12 to fulfill that product sale, and then you keep the difference of $13 in profit. So you're essentially able to dropship these custom designed products. And since each product that you create and post for sale is unique from one another, you're able to sell these products on marketplaces like Etsy, where you can get a lot of organic sales. This is the business that made me my first $1 million by the time I was 23. And right here, you can see this is a dashboard from one of the shops that I'm still running to this day. We've done a few $1,000s this week. And remember, this is one of the slower months right after the Christmas holiday season. And also note that this is not entirely profit. I'll probably only keep around 30% of this revenue in profits after all of the marketplace fees and the product costs. But also keep in mind that since it's fairly easy to scale up these businesses, I'm able to run a few of these shops that all make sales every day. And on top of all that, since I'm selling these products on Etsy specifically, I'm able to run these shops built on Etsy's organic traffic. So that's why I'm able to make around a 30% profit margin, while other e-com brands run at a 10% profit or lower after all of their marketing, affiliate, and ad costs. If you're interested in this specific business, I actually have a completely free, fully comprehensive tutorial teaching you exactly how to start from scratch and scale up one of these print-on-demand shops. So if you're interested, you can check that out completely for free right below the subscribe button. Now, your income potential with print-on-demand is anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 a month in profit. You might make $50,000 to $100,000 a month in revenue, or at least using the strategy that I teach. And by the way, those are just numbers that I've been able to hit. It doesn't necessarily mean you will as well. But I found that it is sort of difficult to scale past that point, at least using only organic traffic. You can always open up a Shopify store and continue scaling the brand if you hit a wall on Etsy. But again, my focus has been more on diversifying income. And so that's why I sort of scale up one side hustle at a time. For difficulty, this one gets a 4 out of 10. The most difficult part is making those product designs, but since I've got a full tutorial teaching you exactly how I do it and how I've done it for the last 6 years, learning this business is honestly easier than it's ever been, and that's why it's one of the absolute best options for beginners. My biggest piece of advice if you're considering starting this business for yourself is that the more listings you make and post, the more money you'll make with this business over time. Shops with a few hundred listings make way more sales than the shops with only 50 designs. Shops with thousands of listings make even more sales than that. And so if this is a side hustle that you wanted to do, start with the mindset that the more designs you make and the more listings you post for sale, the more money you're going to make over time. But that brings us to the next idea on the list, which is making videos for YouTube. Now, I'm not talking about vlogging or making entertainment content, but specifically educational, value-based videos teaching things that you already know how to do. This is a great side hustle to do because you can monetize it in several different ways. First of all, YouTube will pay you directly for making videos and posting them on their platform through their AdSense program. This means that the more views your videos are able to get, the more money you'll make by posting those videos. On top of that, videos on YouTube allow you to monetize through affiliate links and sponsorships. For example, one of the affiliate links that I have that I've mentioned in a few videos pays me between $10,000 and $20,000 a month. Last month was especially good, making around $25,000. And sponsorships are another way you can monetize making videos, where companies will pay you to mention their product or service in your content. If you already use that company's product or service, it's a great way to grow a following while promoting the tools that you're already using or the subjects that you're talking and teaching about in your videos. And on top of all of that, YouTube videos live on the platform for years, generating views as long as they're still relevant. So just by making useful educational content, you can make a video once and it will stay active, getting views for years, making you AdSense and affiliate revenue. A lot of of people get overwhelmed by the idea of filming themselves and posting videos online, and I faced those exact same fears when I was just starting out. But the real key to success that I've personally found is just trying to make videos that are as useful as possible. When I go to make a video, I try and talk about interesting things that I've done, not that just anyone can talk about. So when I make a video about side hustles, I talk about the side hustles that I've personally tried and done. I think that's what's enabled me to make a few $1,000,000 from my personal brand in only a few years. The more value and real information that you add to a video, the more quality views you're going to get. And that's why I'm able to make a lot more money from things like affiliate links than I am from the direct AdSense that YouTube pays me. But if you're consistent long enough to figure it out, I think that almost anyone after a year of posting high quality value content can consistently be at around $10,000 a month at minimum. Especially if you add in all of the other monetization strategies, you can hit 6 figures or multiple 6 figures on the regular, again, if you're consistent. But for difficulty, this one gets a 7 out of 10 because it's one of the more challenging businesses to learn, and it's one of the most mentally tough and mentally taxing businesses to be consistent with. That brings us to the next idea on the list, which is starting a community group. This is where you take something that you already know how to do and you build an online community and brand around it. It's almost similar to making YouTube videos targeting a niche that you're interested in, but it's more targeted and interactive with the people that you're trying to reach. There's communities for almost every single interest imaginable, from sports betting to social media to trading. And the advantage is that people can join your community to learn directly from you, to talk to you, and to get more help from whatever it is that your community teaches. So last year, I started a print-on-demand community where I helped people start and scale their very first print-on-demand shop, which is the business that I just talked about a second ago. And this is just a private group where I'm able to help whoever wants to join start and scale their print-on-demand business. Since I've grown my own and I've seen what's worked time and time again, running this community allows me to help others do the same. So although my print-on-demand course is completely free, this community is an example of a community that I've been able to grow to a few hundred members. Depending on the niche that your community is in, you can make a decent income doing this. For example, if we hop into my computer real quick, this website called WAP lets you start and host a community completely for free. And this is where I host my community as well. It's also a community marketplace where you can see other communities that people have started. So if you're interested in trading or investing, maybe this is a community that you'd want to join. And you can see there's already 480 members paying around $99 a month. Now, every niche is completely different and not all communities make this much, but a community is a great option if you have something valuable to share. At the same time though, this is a much harder business than some of the others on the list. And for that reason, I have to give it a difficulty of 8 out of 10. There's way more marketing effort. You have to engage daily and show up for the community. And unlike the other businesses that I've run, this is not something that you just set up and let run. It's more of a full-time day job. But let me know in the comments if you're going to start any one of these side hustles this year. And as always,